Hey everyone, it's Jeff again. We are so excited that Floor Mechanics now carries our Loba stain. If you haven't had a chance to learn about it or use it yet, I'll hit a couple bullet points. Key advantages to Loba stain: it's alcohol based, so extremely fast dry times. 1 hour under normal conditions, and you can be coating with Loba products over the top. Also 21 very popular colors, so there's a wide variety of colors. Stain rags won't spontaneously combust. Another advantage: very forgiving and easy to work with. All of these things lead to better profits for you, so call Floor Mechanics today for your Loba stain. So we're going to talk a little bit about application methods for Loba stain. In reality, you can use this just like you normally would with any of your other stains. You can rag it on, rag it off. You can buff it on, buff it off. Really, there's no difference. One thing we'll say though is don't use carpet. The alcohol on the stain will dissolve the glues in carpet. You may have some problems with that. The method I personally prefer is to use the Loba white pad. Just like normal, pour a little stain on the pad and buff it on. You'll find that there's really not a buff off method. You can just buff until the stain's dry and then add a little bit more, keep on going. It blends together really well. If you want, at the end, you can hit it real quick with a clean white pad to do a quick buff off. So again, with Loba stain, you're going to find that it's very easy to use. Blending in areas is so simple. We stained this a bit ago. The stain is pretty much dry. I didn't really even wipe it off. I just stained it. You'll see in the application, it's going to re-emulsify those pigments and make it a nice consistent color. So again, another key benefit of Loba stain is the ease of use. So we're going to rag on and rag off. In this instance, just because it's such a small area, like normal, add a little stain. Just get those areas nice and saturated. So as you see, our lovely Loba and heart are now gone. With Loba stain, sometimes if there's a crack, you get a lot of stain in the crack. Like typical, you'll get some bleed back. Very simple to fix. Take a little stain on a rag, re-emulsify that spot, let it sit for a few seconds, and lightly wipe that spot up. If you're there to coat, let that dry just for a little bit and go ahead and coat your floor as normal. Loba stain is so easy to use. You'll really love it once you give it a shot. So again, some highlights. 1 hour dry time. You can water pop this, and it will do the same thing that a normal water pop does. The only thing we encourage is make sure your water pop is dry. If there's still moisture in the floor, it's not going to affect the stain from sticking or anything like that. You're just going to negate that 1 hour dry time. Again, our stain will not spontaneously combust on the rags. If you feel these rags, they're actually cool to the touch. If you throw a cigarette or a match on them, they'll catch on fire, but they're not going to spontaneously combust, adding safety to your jobs. All right, so you got your floor stained, you've waited your hour. What's the next step? Well, this is not a sealing stain, so you need some sort of sealer or primer. So we normally recommend either our Easy Prime, which everyone knows is the best primer on the market, but also released at Expo just last week was our new Amber Prime. Amber Prime really highlights the brown tones in our stain, and it's a great complement to the line. Something else we want to highlight is packaging and coverage rates. So the Loba stain only comes in quarts, which is actually convenient because sometimes you don't need a whole gallon. And coverage rates, it varies, but I like a good estimation about 200 square feet a quart, so 800 square feet a gallon, which is within industry standards. So nothing really different there either. Again, with our Loba stain, Floor Mechanics has all the colors, all 21. If you have any questions, of course, they're very knowledgeable. Call them, they'll answer any questions, or just ask your friendly neighborhood local Loba rep, and he'll point you in the right direction.